Yeah, good evening, friends. Myself, Dr. Seshadri. I have total 18 years of teaching experience. 18 years of teaching experience. I am AWS certified trainer. I am AWS certified trainer at associate level. See, friends, I am providing the training is at associate level. I am providing the training. The AWS associate level, I am providing the training. For this training, it is taking the duration is 40 to 45 hours time it is taking the duration. Means daily I am taking 1 hours. It's taking the duration is 40 to 45 days time it is taking the duration. Sir, once you register the course, then you are getting everyday class recording videos you are getting. Class recording videos you are getting. And everyday class material. You got it. And at the end of the training, you got the AWS interview questions, AWS interview questions and answers. And at the end of the training, I'm providing AWS dumps. That is when you are attempting after my training program, the global certifications, that is a foundation level or at associate level, then I am providing how previously they are asking the questions and answers. I am providing around 800 pages. I am providing that, the AWS dumps. And also, friends, at the end of the training, each and every concept, the screenshot explanation, the screenshot explanations I am providing, right? This is once you register the course, these are the benefits for you. Everyday class recording videos, you got it. Class material. At the end of the training program, you got AWS interview questions and answers and AWS dumps, each and every concept, the screenshot explanation I am providing. These three I am providing at the end of the training. This is every day you are getting it. These two every day we are getting it. Fine, friends. Sir, in this training program, I covered the associate level content. Every day with hands-on, I had to explain that. Only basic 1 or 2 days, today and tomorrow, I have to explain some basic terminology. And then after that, every day I have to explore with the new services with hands-on only. Sir, what content we had to cover in this training program? I covered in my training program, I had to cover the cloud computing basics, and I can cover the Linux basics, what it will be useful, those things I have to cover the Linux basics. And also, friends, in this training program, I had to cover the compute service. Compute service is nothing but the EC2 service. EC2 stands for the Elastic Cloud Computing. Elastic Cloud Computing. See, with this service, if you want to launch the Linux server, if you want to launch the Windows server, if you want to transfer the files from your laptop or desktop to launch Linux server, you can transfer the file. If you want to transfer the files from your system to Windows server also, we can transfer the files. And whatever the Linux server or the Windows server, those you can make as a web server, we can do it. And also using in the compute service, how we had to balancing the load. But that the load balancer concept I had to explain. The AWS is providing the different types of load balancers are supported. The different types of load balancers are the classic load balancer, application load balancer and network load balancer, and the gateway load balancer, See, those load balancers I had to explain with hands-on the classic load balancer. In the real time, they are using the application load balancer and the network load balancer. These two load balancers are in real time they are using. And also I had to explore these two. These three I had to explore with hands-on. Now, those are the load balancer concept we had to discuss. And also, friends, how to take the additional volume. For Linux server and Windows server, how you are attaching and detaching the additional volume. For that, we are discussing elastic block store. That is how to add additional volume to the Linux server, how to add additional volume to the Windows server. And also, friends, to transfer the files, to share the files from one Linux server to the another Linux server, we are exploring the services, the elastic file system. I have to explore. And if you want to take the backup, for that, if you take the any snapshots, we can take the snapshots. It may be the snapshot may be taking as the root volume, or it may be the snapshot may be taking as the additional volume. How to transfer, how to copy this snapshot from one region to another region, and how to schedule the snapshot. To overcome scheduling the snapshot, they are introducing the concept is lifecycle management. How to recover the deleted snapshot, for that the recycle bin are used. That's also I had to explain those concepts in the snapshot. And also, friends, in my training program, I have to cover the launch template, and the custom Amazon mission images I have to cover. And in this training program, I have to cover the concept is the scale up and the scale down. Whatever the resources as per your requirement, you need to increase the resources. It may be the CPUs, RAM capacity, and the hard disk capacity. It's nothing but increasing the resources is nothing but the scale up. Decreasing the resources is nothing but the scale down feature. How to apply the scale up and scale down feature, I have to explore in this scaling concept. And also, friends, I am exploring the auto scaling concept. That is, see that the festivals will be came. That is Dasara and Diwali. The Flipkart and Amazon, they are providing the offers. At that time, many users are attracting those websites. Many people are accessing those websites. Ultimately, the CPU burden will be increases. Whenever the CPU utilization is reaching 70%, automatically one CPU will be added. When the CPU utilization after the festival will be over, then they are not providing any discounts. They are not providing any offers. So that the customers will be not using that website many times. So that when the CPU utilization is reaching 30%, then one CPU will be down. How this will be adding the CPUs and removing the CPUs? That is by using the auto scaling concept. That concept I had to explore. See, those are the compute service. Under the compute service, those many concepts I had to cover. And also, friends, in my training program, I had to cover the storage. That is, I had to cover the simple storage service. We represent as the S3. How to create the bucket, how to upload the objects, how we apply the different features of S3. Versioning feature is there, transfer acceleration feature is there, and encryption feature is there. metadata and tags, right? And how the event notification with SNS, that is when you are uploading the object to the bucket, then you got the notification to your mail ID. When you are deleting the object, you got the notification to your mail ID, right? Like that. There are many features are there in S3. I had to cover all the features in S3. And also I had to cover in my training program IAM, how to create the IAM users, how to create the groups, custom groups, how you are creating in this concept. I have to cover how you can create IAM users, how to create the groups, how you are creating policies, custom policies, how you create IAM roles, and also friends, in my training program for providing the additional security, I had to apply the multi-factor authentication. How to apply the multi-factor authentication for the root user and also the identity and access management user. And also friends, I had to explore the services using command line interface. CLI stands for command line interface. CLI stands for command line interface. I had to explore using command line interface also. I had to explore the services. And after that, after completion of that, I had to explore the VPC concept. VPC stands for the virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. How to create your own VPC, how to create the subnets, public and the private subnet, how you launch the web server in public subnet, how to launch the database server in the private subnet, how you can connect the database server, and how to establish the connection from one VPC to another VPC. For that, we explore the VPC peering concept, whether it is reaching the destination or not. For that, the reachability analyzer concept I had to explore. Like that, there are many features I had to explore. Around I am taking the session is 6 to 7 hours concept I had to explore in related to the virtual private cloud. And also, friends, I had to explore simple notification service, simple queue service, right? And also I had to cover the alarms concept, CloudWatch, CloudWatch. See, those are the features I had to explore. And also in this training program, I have to cover how to the databases concept. That is how you can connect the MySQL database and how we can connect DynamoDB tables. I have to explore in the databases concept. And also, friends, I have to explore in this training program the Athena. That is nothing but that is one of the analytical tools. The Athena, I have to use it. Using Athena, I have to analyze the Netflix dataset. Netflix dataset. Netflix dataset. And also, friends, in this training program, I had to cover the glue service. Glue service, I had to cover it. That is a data engineering tool is used, the glue service. That is nothing but it's a ETL tool. It's a ETL tool I had to cover. And also, friends, in this training program, I had to explore the data synchronization concept. Data synchronization concept. And at the end of the training, I have to cover the two related projects. That is, one is related to the EC2, the VPC, virtual private cloud, and the relational database service. And another project I had to cover, that is related to the S3. See, friends, those are the content I have to cover in my course, in my training program. Those content I have to cover in my training program. See, friends, I'll send it in the chat box what content I have to cover. See that This is in detail I am representing. Here the Linux basics I am not represented in this PDF, but I have to cover the Linux basics. See that those many things I have to cover once you registered the course. Once you registered the course. And also the root 53 concept. I forgot that one. I can cover the root 53 concept. Root 53 concept. That's also I have to cover. There are the 6 different types of the routing policies are there. I can cover all the routing policies. Right? See, I'll send it in the chat box, that file, what content I have to cover in my training program. I can attach the file. Just wait. Yeah. Yeah, fine friends. Now, today I'll start the basics of cloud computing. Today, this is the day 1 demo session. I have to cover the basics of cloud computing. Here, in this session, I have to cover what is cloud computing, what is cloud computing, and what are advantages of cloud computing, what are the advantages of cloud computing, what are different types of clouds or the cloud deployment models, or we also call it as a types of clouds, and we can cover in cloud basics, cloud delivery models. See, those are the basics I have to cover. Those are the basics I have to cover in the cloud computing. Friends, the timing is 7:30 to 8:30.
Sir, just a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you in the middle.
Yeah.
So actually, I can see courses like AWS with DevOps and AWS with something like that. So this course is the base for that one, right?
I'm providing the training is at associate level training I have to provide.
Okay. Then
Those are the
what?
services I have to cover.
Sir, actually, my question is, what is the AWS with DevOps? Means it is associate level only? Is the next
No, that
step?
is the professional level training program.
Okay.
Okay. So once you are perfect in the services, then we can go for the DevOps. DevOps is nothing but the additional tools we have to cover.
Okay, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Fine. Now, today I have to cover the basics of the cloud computing I have to cover. In the basics of cloud computing, I have to cover what is cloud computing, what are advantages of cloud computing, and cloud deployment models are the types of clouds, and the cloud delivery models. So some of them is asking the timings. The timings are 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. This is the batch timing. 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Already I told that it is taking the time is daily 1 hour time I am taking. Then to complete my training program, approximately 40 to 45 hours. 40 to 45 hours. Right? 40 to 45 days it is required if daily I am taking the session is 1 hour. If I am taking the session daily 2 hours, then it is required to complete the training program is 22 days. Right? See, this is a 1 hour training program. That's why it is required 40 to 45 hours, means 40 to 45 days, daily 1 hour. Clear? No, Monday to Friday, I'm taking the sessions. Monday to Friday, I'm taking the sessions.
So can this course be attended by fresher as well, sir?
Yes, anyone has to be attended. Those who have the no programming knowledge, they can also attend it. No problem at all.
Okay.
No problem at all. Yes, that's already I have to told that I can cover whatever I have mentioned the services, all the services I have to cover. All the services I have to cover. See that in these, the previous batches I had to cover. This is the 8:30 batch is there. See that this is daily 2-hour session, 2 hours batch. Approximately almost all the batch will be ending. Maximum 2 sessions will be required to complete this batch. 21 days it will be completed. I'm taking the 2 days, then this course will be finished. See, every day class material you got it like that. They are shared the drive link once you register the course. On this class material, each and every step I am representing how we are getting the services. If, for example, if you launch the Linux server, if you launch the Windows server, if you launch the Windows server, for that, what are the steps we have to follow? What are the steps we have to follow? Each and every step I have to represent it in the class material. We see here, that is to launch the Windows server, like that I am representing. Like that I am representing. Tomorrow session, I will tell you how to launch and connect the Windows server. Like that, pin to pin steps I have to mention. Okay. Linux basics I have to cover. Linux basics I have to cover. Whatever it will be required in this training program, those Linux basics I have to cover. Okay. Any questions? Adi Kumar, whatever the required for this Linux programming, Linux basics, that concept I have to cover. Anyone have any questions before I'll start the basics of the cloud computing? I'll start the basics of the cloud computing. Yes, that's why I'm telling that I have to cover associate level training program. Each and every concept I'm providing with hands-on. With hands-on. Okay. Anyone?
Sir, just one more question. So the dump you are going to share, that 800 question, that will be useful for associate level certification exam, right?
Yes, foundation level and associate level, that will be useful.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir. Please continue.
Yeah, good evening. Any questions? Fine, friends. Fine. Now, I had to cover today's session, the basics of cloud computing. See, before attending the session, you have a little bit knowledge about the cloud computing. See, tell me, what is cloud computing? Anyone has to represent? How we are define the cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Anyone? Anyone? See that I'm representing the cloud computing, which is defined as on-demand availability of computing services. Cloud computing, which is defined as on-demand availability of computing services. On-demand availability of computing services. Computing services. See that whatever you are required, the services, on-demand availability of computing services. It is providing on-demand availability of computing services. For example, you need the servers. What type of servers it is providing? What type of servers you need it? That type of servers it will be providing. You need the storage, it is providing the storage. If you need the networking, it is providing the networking. If you need the Lambda service, then it is providing the Lambda service. Sir, I want to connect the databases. You can connect it using the cloud computing. That's why I'm mentioned that cloud computing, it is providing on-demand availability of computing resources. On-demand availability of computing resources. Computing resources are providing, or the computing services are providing. Computing services are providing. Whatever the service you need it, whatever the service you are required. If you need to launch the servers, it is providing the servers. If you want to store the database, if you want to store the data, we can store the data. If you want to connect the database, we can also connect the database. That is the cloud computing. It is providing on-demand availability of computing services. Right? See how it is providing the services. How it is providing the services. That is, it is providing the services is with the help of the internet connection. With the help of the internet connection. Without internet connection, it can't provide any services. It can't provide any services. So tell me the examples for the cloud computing. The examples for the cloud computing is Amazon Web Services. That is, it is a #1 cloud platform is throughout the worldwide. Globally, the AWS is the #1 cloud platform. Amazon Web Services. Second, Azure and Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud Platform. IBM. See, those are some of the examples which are representing popular public cloud example I am representing. The cloud computing, it is nothing but if you want to storing and accessing the data and compute resources over the internet connection, without internet connection, you can't access the resources. That's why I have mentioned that the cloud computing, which is defined as on-demand availability of computing services. How it is providing the services is with the help of the internet connection. Without internet connection, you can't use the resources. You can't use the services. See, those are the examples I have mentioned that the cloud computing, the examples I have to mention. Next, sir, if we are using the cloud computing, what are the advantages? What are the advantages? I have mentioned the few of the advantages. That is, one is, for example, in your laptops, you are using 500 GB hard disk you are using. If you need to upgrade 1 TB hard disk, simply what we are done it here, if we are using 500 GB hard disk, then you need to upgrade 1 TB hard disk. Simply what you are done it here, that is, you need to upgrade 500 GB to 1 TB hard disk. For that, you need to purchase 1 TB hard disk and then we have to replace it. Now, upcoming further, you need to extend the hard disk capacity. Then what you do it? Again, you are doing the same procedure. You can purchase it and you can upgrade your hard disk capacity. That is if we are using the laptop, if we are using physically. Instead of that, if we are using the cloud environment, if we are using the cloud environment, the cloud computing is providing unlimited storage capacity. Unlimited storage capacity is provided. That is one of the advantages if we are using the cloud computing. Second one is whatever the services in the cloud computing, if we are taking the AWS, there are many services are there. More than 200 services are there. In Azure also more than the 200 services are there. See, all the services are providing, but whatever the service you are using, only for that service you need to pay the amount. You need to pay the amount. That is nothing but the services are pay-per usage model. Services are pay-per usage model. Pay-per usage model. Whatever the service you are using, only for that service you need to pay them. Then the remaining services you no need to pay the amount. If we are using the database, only you need to pay the database service. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you on tomorrow's session how to create your AWS free tier account. If you create your AWS free tier account, it is providing 12 months of the free service it is providing. I'll tell you in AWS free tier account, there are some limitations are also there. Tomorrow session, I have to explain how to create your AWS free tier account and what are the limitations of your AWS free tier account, right? 12 months it is providing the free service. Okay, fine. What are the advantages if we are using the cloud computing? One is it is providing unlimited storage capacity. Second one is the cloud service provider. Whoever providing the service, that person is nothing but the cloud service provider. If we are using the AWS, AWS is the cloud service provider. If we are using Azure, Microsoft Azure is the provider. If we are using GCP, Google is cloud provider, right? That is the service provider has to provide all the services. Whatever the service you are using, only for that service, you need to pay the amount to the provider. That is nothing but the advantage is the services are pay per usage model, pay per usage model. And also friends, one more advantage I have mentioned that, see, in the organization, there are 300 or the 500 systems are there. To maintain those systems, to install the operating system or for repairing purpose or some other purpose, that is you are recruiting the employees and you are paying the salaries. You are paying the salaries. If we are using the cloud environment, you are not maintaining the systems. You are not maintaining the servers. Then who has to maintain? The provider has to maintain that one. You are paying the money. You are paying the money for the employees. No, you are not paying the money. That's why the maintenance cost, if we are using the cloud environment, the maintenance cost is very, very low. That is the another advantage if we are using the cloud computing is that is low maintenance cost. Low maintenance cost. And also friends, one more advantage I have to mention that let us assume that using AWS, tomorrow session I have done it here, using AWS as per your business requirement, you are launching one server you are launching. The Linux server you are launching as per your business needs. If you want to access in some other location, is it possible in physically you are purchasing the server only on that location if you are not using the cloud environment? If you are not using the cloud environment, you are investing some money and you are installing some server, you are purchasing some server. To run that one only on that location, it will be possible. But if you are using the cloud environment, if you are launching the server, we can connect it at any place, at any location. That is nothing but if you are storage also, you are storing some data on the cloud environment, you need to access that data. We can access that data at any place, at any time, at any location. At any location, 24/7, 365 days, we are accessing that resources. That is nothing but one of the advantage using the cloud computing. I have mentioned that the cloud computing, the another advantage is the excellent accessibility can be provided. Excellent accessibility can be provided. That is nothing but we can access the resources. We can access the resources 24/7. 24/7, 365 days, at any place, at any time, at any location, you are accessing the resources. That is the advantage if we are using the cloud environment. And also, friends, I have to mention one more advantage. If you want your work has to share with other one, if you want to collaborate your work with others, then using the cloud environment, that is, it is providing the improved collaboration feature also. Improved collaboration feature is also supported. And one more feature using the cloud computing is, sir, I need to take the backup. Then that can also possible if you need to take the backup facility. It is providing the cloud computing is backup and restoring the data. Backup and restoring the data. Restoring the data. That is also providing. And one more advantage is whatever you are storing the data, further data it is providing, the security can be provided. See friends, those are some of the advantages I have mentioned that if we are using the cloud environment. If we are using the cloud environment. Fine friends, fine. Now, today I'm exploring one of the concept is what are the cloud deployment models are there. We also call it as the types of clouds. We also call it as a types of cloud. The cloud computing is providing the 4 types of clouds or the cloud deployment models are the 4 types of the deployment models are providing. 4 types of deployment models are providing. What are the 4 types of deployment models? The 4 types of deployment models are one is public cloud. One is public cloud. Second one is private cloud. Third one is hybrid cloud. And fourth one is community cloud. Fourth one is community cloud. Sir, if we are using public cloud, what is public cloud? That is the public cloud is, it is accessible to all. It is open to all. Public cloud is, it is open to all for storing and accessing the information by using the internet connection. By using the internet connection. That is the public cloud, it is open to all. It is open to all. That is, if you want to store the data, if you want to access the resources, it is open to all. How it is providing the services? It is providing the services is based on the internet connection. Based on the internet connection. Without internet connection, it can't provide any services. It can't provide any services. The public cloud is, it is open to all. It is open to all. If you want to store the data, and if you want to access the information, if you want to access the resources, it's possible by using the internet connection. That is, it is open to all for storing and accessing the resources. Sir, in public cloud, the resources who has to manage, who has to operate. In public cloud, the computing resources are managed and operated by cloud service provider. CSP is nothing but cloud service provider. Cloud service provider, right? So tell me the example for the public cloud. The examples for the public cloud is AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, right, etc. Those are some of the examples I have mentioned that the public cloud. Next, what is the private cloud? What is the private cloud? The private cloud, the name itself which is representing. The organization has to build their own cloud. That is nothing but the private cloud. That's why this private cloud, we also call it as a internal cloud. Private cloud, we also call it as a internal cloud, or we also call it as a corporate cloud. Corporate cloud. We also call it as a corporate cloud. We also call it as the internal cloud or the corporate cloud. Sir, how to build their own clouds? That is the private cloud. We also call it as the internal cloud or the corporate cloud. It is used by the organization to build and manage their own data centers internally or by using the third party. It can deploy the services using the open source tools. Such as the OpenStack, like the Eucalyptus tools are used, right? That is nothing but internally the organization has to build their own data center They are creating the private cloud. They are establishing the private cloud, right? That is nothing but the private cloud. Next, the hybrid cloud is nothing but combination of the public and the private. Combination of the public and the private clouds. Combination of this public and private cloud is nothing but the hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud, the examples I am representing, hybrid cloud, the examples I am representing. Before I need to explore the hybrid cloud is partially secure. Why we say that the hybrid cloud is partially secure is the services which are running in public cloud. Services which are running in the public cloud has to be accessed anyone. Public cloud has to be accessed by anyone. While the services which are running in the private cloud, only the organization employees, only the organization members has to use that service. That's why I'm saying that the hybrid cloud is partially secure. In private cloud, there are many security mechanisms are there for protecting your data, right? Hybrid cloud is nothing but it's a combination of public and the private clouds. So tell me the example for the hybrid cloud. Tell me the example for the hybrid cloud. The hybrid cloud, the example is Google application sites. Google application sites. Google application sites. See that in Google application site, Gmail. You are using the Gmail and Google Apps. And also you are using Google Drive. Google Drive you are using. Those are comes under the hybrid cloud. And if you are using Office 365, here in Office 365, one drive is there. That's also comes under the hybrid cloud. Those are some of the examples for the hybrid cloud I am representing. Next, the another type of the cloud deployment model is the community cloud. What is the community cloud is nothing but the group of organizations, they form together, they combine together, they forming the cloud. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. Group of organizations, they are formed together, they are combined together, and they are developing the cloud. They are establishing the cloud. Such type of cloud is nothing but the community cloud. The examples are the healthcare community. Healthcare community. And also the education system. Those are the examples for the community cloud. See, totally how many types of the clouds are there? We also call it as a cloud deployment models. There are 4 types of clouds are there: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and the community cloud. Fine, friends. Now, the cloud delivery models. What are the cloud delivery models are there? Cloud computing is providing 3 types of cloud delivery models are provided. Cloud computing is providing the 3 types of cloud delivery models are provided. What are the 3 types of cloud delivery models? 3 types of cloud delivery models are infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. Second one is platform as a service. Platform as a service. Third one is software as a service. Software as a service. See, those are nothing but cloud delivery models. Friends, I have to explore the cloud delivery models with one slide I have to explore. See that in this slide, we observe that, just wait. Yeah. See that? See that? These are nothing but how many types of cloud delivery models are supporting? The 3 types of cloud delivery models are there. One is infrastructure as a service. Second one is platform as a service. Third one is software as a service. Before I need to explore the cloud delivery models, if we are using on-premises, everything you need to take care. Networking, you need to take care. Stories, you need to take care. Servers, you need to take care. See that? You need to take care of servers. You need to take care of stories, servers, virtualization, operating system. To develop your application, is there any middleware tools are required? That's also you can take care. To develop your application, which type of platform you are chosen, either Java, Go programming, or Python, or Node.js, that's we can take care. And then you can finally develop your application and testing it, and then we have to deploy the application. That is, if we are chosen in on-premises, everything you have to manage. Everything you have to manage. Instead of that, if we are using the cloud delivery model, the infrastructure as a service, IaaS. See friends, up to this part, that is nothing but networking, stories, servers, virtualization. Who has to maintain? Others has to maintain. Others is nothing but what? Whoever providing the service, that person will be taken care. You no need to take care. You no need to take care. Up to this part. Up to this part. Networking, stories, servers, virtualization has to take care of others. Only you have to take care of these things. You have to select to develop your application, which operating system you need to select it. And what are the middleware tools are required to develop your application? Which platform you are chosen to develop your application? And how we are testing it? What are the different test cases? That is, we have to take care. If we are using the infrastructure as a service, you will take care of this part only. This part will be taken care by the others. That's why I mention it in the different color. Sir, example, sir, the AWS EC2 service, in Azure compute service, in Google compute service. See, under the AWS Azure, those are the examples for the infrastructure as a service. Next, if we are using the cloud delivery model, platform as a service, friends, we have to observe that up to this, I have mentioned in some other color. You are not managing those one. You no need to take care. The others will take care. Only you will taken care of this one. Runtime and the applications. You no need to take care of networking. You no need to take care of storage. You no need to take care of servers. You no need to take care of virtualization. You no need to take care of operating system. You are not taken care of the middlewares. Only we have to taken care of these two only. These two only. The examples are the Salesforce.com. In the AWS also, Elastic Beanstalk is there. See that. Elastic Beanstalk is also comes under the platform as a service. Salesforce.com is also comes under the platform as a service. Up to this part, the others has to manage. Only will take care of the runtime and the application. That part we have to take care. The example, sir, in AWS Elastic Beanstalk, CloudFormation, and also the Salesforce.com. See that the another type of the cloud delivery model is software as a service. If you are using the cloud delivery model, software as a service, everything will taken care by the cloud service provider. Everything will taken care by the others. Others is nothing but whoever providing the service, there will be taken care. They will be taken care. Software as a service, you no need to manage, others has to manage. Sir, what is our usage? What is our part? Your part is only the usage. Your part is only the usage. For usaging, you are paying the money to the provider. You are paying the money to the provider. Friends, present you are listen my online session. How you listen my online session? How you are listen my online session? You are listen my online session using Zoom app. Using Zoom app. See, while using the Zoom app, are you thinking which type of network it is used? Are you thinking how much storage capacity the Zoom is providing? Are you thinking to run the Zoom apps, what servers are used, how many instances are used? You are thinking that one? Which operating system is used? What are the tools are used? How the Zoom app can be developed? Are you thinking about those things? Are you thinking about those things? No. Just your part is the usage. Your part is the usage. See, for using that, the organization, the company has to pay the money to the provider. If you are listen my online session using the Zoom app, that is a monthly or the yearly basis, the DurgaSoft is paying the amount to the provider. DurgaSoft is paying the amount to the provider. That is one example for the software as a service. Similarly, the GoToMeeting, Teams app, right? Those are also comes under the software as a service. In software as a service, everything has to manage with others. Only the your part is the usage. Only the your part is usage. For usaging that service, you need to pay the amount to the provider. You need to pay the amount to the provider for yearly pattern or the 6 months pattern, right? See, those are nothing but the cloud delivery models are there. How many types of the cloud delivery models are there? The cloud delivery models are providing the 3 types of cloud delivery models. One is infrastructure as a service. Second one is platform as a service. Third one is nothing but software as a service. See friends, those are today's session. I explore the basics of cloud computing. Basics of cloud computing. Friends, on tomorrow's session, I need to explore how to create your AWS free tier account. How to create your AWS free tier account. See, to create your free tier account, I'm telling that it is required to create your AWS free tier account. It's required to create your AWS free tier account, credit card or debit card, credit card or debit card. Second, to create your AWS account, you need your mobile number. Third one is to create your AWS free tier account, you need your mail ID. These 3 things are required to create your AWS free tier account. I'll tell you on tomorrow's session how to create your AWS free tier account and what are the limitations of your AWS free tier account. See, to create your AWS free tier account, see, those are the requirements. Your credit card or debit card, mobile number is required, and the mail ID is also required. And also, friends, on tomorrow's session, I need to explore the AWS, the introduction. AWS introduction. In the AWS introduction, I had to cover the AWS global infrastructure. AWS, the global infrastructure. The AWS global infrastructure. Global infrastructure. I have to cover the AWS global infrastructure. Right? See, in this AWS global infrastructure, how many regions are there? How many availability zones are there? And also, friends, don't miss on tomorrow's session. I have to explore with hands-on. I have to start it. how to launch and connect your Windows server. How to launch and connect your Windows server using the EC2 service. Using the EC2 service. Friends, tomorrow's session, I have to cover those concepts. Those concepts. See, friends, anyone has to, any questions? See, anyone has to learn it before, why you need to upgrade your cloud skills, why you need to upgrade your AWS. AWS is the #1 cloud platform throughout globally. Throughout globally, the AWS is #1 platform. Sir, why you need to learn the AWS is, nowadays, the startup companies or the companies, they are not investing the money. They are using the service. For usage of the service, they are paying the money to the provider. They are not investing the money because they need to upgrade it. Again, they need to invest the money. Again, further, they need to upgrade it. Again, they need to invest the money. That's why the companies, they are not using the investment. They are use the service. For usage of that service, they are paying the money to the provider. They are paying the money to the provider. That's why the cloud is the popular. Out of those, the AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, and the remaining clouds are also there. Alibaba Cloud is there. IBM Cloud is there. See, out of all those clouds, the AWS is the #1 cloud service platform. #1 cloud service platform. On tomorrow's session, I have to explore that the AWS introduction in AWS, what are the reasons are there, how many availability zones are there, how to create your AWS free tier account, and what are the limitations of your AWS free tier account, and how to launch and connect the Windows server. On tomorrow's session, we have to discuss. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Friends, any questions? Chandrakiran.
No, sir.
Yeah, Vishnu. Good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, good evening. Any questions?
Sir, actually, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean by the virtualization? Actually, that
I'll
I
tell you on tomorrow's session. You have the clear idea about the virtualization concept. You have the clear idea about the virtual machine, right? I'll tell you
okay.
on tomorrow's session.
Sir, what is the duration of this course?
That is, the duration of this course is daily 1 hour session. It is required to complete the services, whatever I mentioned the services, 40 to 45 hours. Means 40 to 45 days. Daily I am taking the session is 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
So
Yeah.
you will be providing material for daily session.
Yes. Once you register the course, then every day you are getting the class recording videos, and every day you are getting the class material. And at the end of the training, I am providing those things. Those things I am providing. Okay. So tomorrow I have to explore that how to create your AWS free tier account. How to create your AWS free tier account. For that, how I am providing the material, we have to see that. Pin to pin, how I am providing. And tomorrow's session, I have to launch and connect the Windows server. For that, what are the steps we have to follow? Those steps I am providing in everyday class. Once the class is over, then I am providing the class material to the Google Drive link. Everyday class recording videos also, you are getting that. See, today class is over, and tomorrow before 24 hours, your class recording video is updated to the Drive link. And the class material will be updated soon. No problem at all. Okay. That is. Anyone? Anyone? You have to contact, those are the contact numbers regarding the course and the fee. The fee for this one is 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees, the fee. For this course, the fee is 5,000 rupees. Okay.
So after this only we have to learn Azure or else DevOps or whatever is right. So
Yes,
the
yes, we can learn it. We can learn it. Once you have the perfect in the services, then we can explore the remaining. The director, if we are going to the DevOps, then you can't understand it because you don't know the services. How can you understand it? That's why you need to learn the services, basic services. We have to learn it. Okay.
Sir, tomorrow is also demo session only right now, sir.
Yes, tomorrow is also demonstration. 3 days they are providing the demonstrations. After that, they are changing the link.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine. Fine. If no questions, then I end the session. Tomorrow we'll meet the same time. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Tomorrow session I have to explore with hands on. Okay. Thank you. I'll end the
Thank you,
session.
sir.
Thank you.